Introducing the all-new Corolla.
What's that red area there?
That red area is what now is permanently closed from the wildlife refuge itself.
All this is permanently closed?
All that is permanently closed.
Saying he wanted to clarify any potential misunderstandings about the impact of the proposed firing range complex on the Retidian Wildlife Refuge, JGPO Deputy Director Major Darren Alvarez today released a series of maps pointing out, among other things, that most of the Retidian Wildlife Refuge is already closed off to the public.
They only allow people in there with special permission, usually scientists, archaeologists, or other things. It is not open to the public.
And most of the proposed surface danger zone required for the firing range complex would extend over this closed portion of the refuge. But Major Alvarez says only a 789-meter stretch of the publicly accessible portion of the refuge would be affected, and then only when the .50 caliber machine gun range was active.
So if the firing range were placed here, only that area in the yellow would be closed?
That's correct. And that's only when the .50 caliber machine gun range, the multi-purpose machine gun range, is active. So this is not necessarily at all times. Only when that individual range is active would that slight additional area of a little less than 800 meters be closed along the beach line.
To the public?
To the public.
Would the entire refuge be closed to the public at any point?
Not at all. Not from DOD.
Alvarez acknowledged that the firing range complex could be active for up to 35 weeks every year, but he emphasized that Fish and Wildlife would never have to close the Retidian Wildlife Refuge entirely while the firing range complex was in use.
Fish and Wildlife has their own, the refuge manager has his own limits of when he is open. I believe it's 8:30 to 4 every day. And that area that would still be open, the green and the blue area, is the area that would still be open to the public, even if the range was being used. If the range is hot, only that small yellow portion would be restricted to the public, and then all the rest would still be open to public access, limited on Fish and Wildlife's hours or their own restrictions themselves. At no time is DOD going to close access for the private landowners or for the people to get into the refuge from the primary road 3A.
There will still be access to the cultural sites there?
Yes.
And the efforts to preserve the endangered species will go on uninterrupted?
Absolutely.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.